YouTube. I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to happen in the 2024 presidential election. It's going to be for me, I might look dumb or I'll look smart on November 5th looking back on this, but I want to give my predictions for this because I have some strong predictions on this. So getting right into it, we see the polls. 538, Nate Silver, Bloomberg, New York Times, all these different pollsters. I think you see sometimes Trump's in the lead, sometimes Kamala's in the lead. I think a lot of these polls are not accurate. I think what's going on is similar to 2016 when Hillary was being overpolled and her numbers were inflated and Donald Trump was being undervalued, and his polls were showing he was doing worse than what they expected him to do. People thought Hillary was going to win undoubtedly. So many people that said Trump had no chance to win ate their words. And I think that's what we're getting again today in 2024. And it's the same kind of similar concept because with Hillary was first woman and all that, and Trump was the new guy. And I feel like right now we have a similar thing that causes the delusion where you have Kamala, who was just inserted in, had the artificial honeymoon phase or whatnot, and that's why she's getting super inflated. We see no uptick in her numbers in the polls after the DNC, and she pretty much peaked right when they inserted her. Anything after that has not been good for her. It's pretty much just been stagnant since then. And I think that is a good sign for Trump that she has not pulled better since the initial, big boost she got, right after the coup. So I think anywhere her only way to go now is down. I think the debate is going to be possibly big. I can kind of see the debate having no effect as well if it is very generic and nothing interesting, and if it's boring and all these things. That could happen as well, where it just has no effect on either candidate. I think that is on the lower end of likelihood. I give that like a 20% max, to happen, maybe 15%, that we just have a very boring, generic debate where there's no quotables, there's no quote unquote moments in it. Um, but I think that is a possibility. But you have, obviously, what if there's a moment that hurts Trump? What if there's a moment that hurts Kamala? We saw what happened in the last debate. Multiple moments, multiple catastrophic moments in that debate that made a whole candidate have to drop out. And I think this election cycle is just very unique. It's very weird. We have one candidate, one party that's extremely weird, pushes extremely weird ideology and hates the other side, and a lot of polarization and things like that. So, I feel like the word is just unpredictable. It's extremely unpredictable what's going to go down in this debate, just as well as what's going to happen throughout the rest of, the election cycle, because of like what's been happening up to now. It's been insane. So, easily I could see big moments of failure with Kamala. She doesn't do any interviews already. She doesn't talk to people now. Imagine being on the other side of Donald Trump. Unpredictable again. It's just the word. I have no idea what's gonna happen, But obviously, that's something that can swing those polls a lot either way. And I feel like, to me, the debates are going to be one of the big shifting points, as it was last time. It just shifted a little bit too much, for both sides, because if it was, still Biden, it'd be an easier win. And, for the Dems, they had to get rid of their candidate because of it. So I think, again, it'll be very impactful. And I think it's going to be very telling, of who will win the election. But we'll see. I do think Trump is being underpolled, and I think they're undervaluing him again. And I don't, even though people are saying it's close, even Nate Silver, kind of going back and forth, Trump's up, Kamala's up. I really cannot imagine Kamala winning. I can't imagine this race being as close as people are saying it's gonna be. I just think the left and the Democratic Party is a little, it's just too exaggerated. You can't be this exaggerated and this explicitly anti-American, this explicitly we're coming for your kids, this explicitly anti-democratic, and then say, hey, you want to vote for me? I just don't. I really don't see it. I don't think, um, the election is going to be that close. I don't think it'll be as close as people are projecting. I think it could be a 2016, type of margin again. But yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions, how I think this is going to go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Am I off? Am I off base? Let me know. We'll see what happens though, November 5th.